Ow. Oh, excuse me. Come here. Oh, baby. Someone has come to say hi already. This is Pepper. If you didn't see my last video, he frequents the channel. You guys don't you? So what's up? This is my something if video. I don't know. My name's Christina, and I like to post whatever I want on this channel. It tends to be a lot of flight attendant related things because this is a whole new part of my life. I am now a flight attendant. If you haven't watched any of my videos, there you go. If you've watched my videos, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. So this video here that I'm filming today will be about your IOE. What is an IOE, you might ask? Well, say you've gone through the whole process of becoming a flight attendant. You've applied, you've done your video interview, you've done your face-to-face interview, got the job, went to training, and passed training. And now that you have you are certified, you have to take what's called an IOE. IOE stands for In-Flight Operating Experience, and which would consist of you, once you've graduated training, you flying 5 flight hours, at least for my company, you flying a certain amount of hours up in the air working before you have officially become certified as a flight attendant. So with my company, I got pretty lucky and I got my IOE just days after graduation. I got to fly home to Fort Lauderdale, and then they sent me out to do my IOE from here, which is my base as well. It worked out perfectly for me. Sometimes they'll have you do your IOE straight from your training location. You know, if say it's in Texas, they're going to book you a flight from Texas to New York back to Texas or something like that. You have to have your minimum set of hours that they require for you. If you're 2 minutes under that amount of hours and your flight time is 4 hours and 58 minutes, you're 2 minutes short. You got to fly another flight. So let's hope that those 1 or 2 flights consist of 5 hours and not much more than that. So what will your IOE be like? Well, for my company, you're going to meet up 2 hours prior to your flight in the crew room. And then you are going to talk with your OE instructor. He's going to run down everything. What's it like to sign in? You know, how to log in, how to do the paperwork before you take off and you meet your crew, how to pick a position, what seniority is like. He's going to give you the rundown of the basics of what it's like when you first meet up with your crew in the crew room before a trip. And then he's going to tell you a little bit about maybe your work devices that you're working on, how to use some of the apps, how to hook up to the Wi-Fi. Again, everything before you actually take off for flight or go to your gate. He's going to explain you with that. Once you leave the crew room, he'll probably show you around a little bit, where to go, how to get through TSA, you know, basic things that a flight attendant need to know, how to get to their gate and navigate through the airport that they are going to be based at. Also, once you get onto the plane, he's going to watch you. You just get straight to work. You are free to ask as many questions as you like, but also you want to kind of know what you're doing for the most part. They never are going to discourage you from asking questions. I sure would hope not, because it's very important for you to know what you're doing. And if you don't, I mean, you can't learn absolutely everything. You know, you're going to learn things when you're on the job, even after this OE. So take advantage of this experienced flight attendant and now OE. Is it an instructor? An OE instructor? Don't remember the proper term for that. But your OE instructor, take advantage of this person here to help you and grade you. So it's a little nerve-wracking, but honestly, I was so blessed with an awesome OE instructor. I loved him. He was wonderful, and I could not be happier. I asked as many questions that I felt weren't absolutely stupid as I could, and he answered all of them. And I felt more confident once I was given a trip the next couple days. So you're gonna go do your thing. As a flight attendant, you know your routine. Basically what they want you to really know is flight routine. What to do in each segment of the flight, and to know the little signals and beeps and boops and things that are kind of going on around you, to be self-aware so that you know how to perform your job when you're up there. You know the routine of it, when to turn the lights on, when to turn the lights off, stuff like that. I don't think it's the end of the world. Again, I'm not an OE instructor, so one OE instructor might be maybe more understanding if you don't remember a certain thing, and then that certain thing might be more important to another OE instructor. So take my word with a grain of salt, okay? This is just my experience, but certain things are not as important as others. And I've heard all things all over the place. So like say our training group was really worried about like the demo. Oh my God, we're gonna do our first demo. I have to read it. And then I also have to do it. You know, the thing with the life vest, the safety demo. Pull up the life vest, click in the safety belts, show the oxygen mask falling from the sky, ceiling. You get the point. So we were all so terrified of that step because we had never done that before, and you're in front of everybody and you have to like memorize it, so you don't want to mess up. It's kind of nerve-wracking. And then I get into doing it and you just follow along. It kind of came, it was a little rough, a little bumpy, don't get me wrong. It wasn't perfect, but that was almost the least of my worries. My worries were flight routine, because he would ask, okay, well, how do you know when we get to 10,000 feet? How do you know when to buckle your seatbelt and get into brace? Stuff like that. And I was like, you know, I knew it, but that was more important than the things I was honestly worried about, which is fine. You know, I passed it clearly. So, yeah. So that's about it. This video is not very planned out. But you are going to want to know your flight routine. And don't stress the little things. You know, not everybody's going to be perfect when they get out in there. They know that you've never done this before and you're super anxious and it's a nerve-wracking experience. But I'm telling you, once you get out there, let those nerves go away. Nerves are when mistakes happen. That is when we mess up. So I remember when I was in training and I had to do my emergency evacuation drills. And you know, everybody goes through this. You're sitting there and you're about to get ready to do it, and you're just, you can't breathe. You can't breathe because you're filled with all this anxiety and these nerves of getting it right or wrong. You know, you need to ace it. No mess ups. So it's super nerve-wracking. So then they'll ask you, start when you're ready. So you do not start until those nerves have gone away. You sit there for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, I don't care. Sit however long you really need to. Don't waste everybody's time. But get those nerves out. Just say, I can do this. Be confident. I have studied this 1,000 times. Start going over the beginning of it in your head, where you're starting off, and let it kind of flow from there. But kick those nerves out. Shake them off. They are so useless to you. They mean nothing. They will only make life worse. And I know it's easier said than done, but I am telling you, I did it as much as I could. I was still a little nervous, but I shook those nerves off and it made it doable, and I could process my thoughts easier without thinking about how I'm going to screw up on my next step. Like, no. It's a recipe for disaster. Doing all these physical exams and this IOE is all about kicking your nerves so that you can think thoroughly and think through your steps and what you're doing and what is going on around you. You want to be self-aware of what is happening around you, of guests, of your OE instructor watching you, mainly of guests and of situations, safety hazards that could be happening in the cabin. So that's what the job's really about, and they teach you all this in training. But yeah, that's one big tip that I could give if you are worried about your emergency drills, or any type of drill really that is physical and not written down. Kick those nerves. They are, like I said, useless to you. They will do you no good. And I know, but just be like angry at them, you know, like I know it's easier to say it than to actually be like, oh yeah, nerves, okay, they're gone. No, you're gonna be nervous. It's a human emotion, but just get more like frustrated with the fact that you're nervous in a sense, and just be like, I don't want to feel like this. This is important to me. I am not going to let some anxiety or some nerves or possibly my tough OE, my tough instructor that's kind of just staring at me like this, ready for me to start. You know, sometimes it's tough love. They're very kind. They love you. They want you to pass. But it's also tough love because you're going to be getting a lot of toughness in the airline industry. So if they're just kind of staring at you or maybe smiling and you're like, oh my God, they're judging me, Kick those nerves. Don't let any of this anxiety get in between your goal. It is not worth it. You've come too far. You want this too much, and you love this job too much to let some silly little nerves get in the way. Really. Gosh, I really rambled off, but I just wanted to kind of make that point, nail it into the wood, into the side of the cabin. Don't know what I'm saying, but you get the points. So yeah, your OE, it's nerve-wracking. It is exciting. It's your first time flying, so it's still kind of fun. Just take it as a learning experience. Prepare for it. Prepare for flight routine and your demo a little bit, but mainly flight routine. That's most important. You don't really want to fumble on anything, but they're very understanding from what I know for the most part. So it's okay. Just do your best. You've got this. Congratulations to everybody being hired right now in the airline industry, everybody that is getting their video interviews, and everybody that has and is in the middle, has passed and is in the middle of training. Congratulations to all the graduates this year. I was the first class of my company this year, and there have been 2 more now. So congratulations to everybody. I'm super proud and happy for you all. This is a wonderful life, and I am gonna cry. I can't wait to work with you all. I am so happy. So, whoo! Look at my shirt. Do you guys like it? I showed you my last one. I got cat hair on it, but it's a t-shirt. It's a cute one. It's my day off, so I'm just chilling. Oh, I got a little emotional there. All right, I'm gonna go. Bye.